There you go, guys. When's the last time you seen one of these? This is old Cheva with the high output quad 4 to SC LD9. No, I'm sorry. Quad 4 HO. This is actually going to be going in one of Chevette's too. I've been meaning to pull the engine. Just want to show you some other stuff I got, which is pretty rare. I got an S10 8.5-inch two-wheel drive rear. They're pretty hard to find as well. That is a S10 308 gear 8.5-inch rear. You could tell though by the way the axle shafts get smaller. You know, that's going to go on one of the Chevettes with a posi. Regular S10 93 S10 rear. This is a 7.5-inch rear. Pulled out some chrome valve covers. I'm sorry, aluminum polish valve covers that I found. Actually, I didn't find. I bought from Brazil. That's gonna look pretty good. They fit pretty nice. Not cheap, but they look nice. Again, adjustable cam pulley. Is when you put the cam on. When you shave the head and you put a different cam, it's nice to be able to adjust the timing. All this stuff came from Brazil. It's going to be micro squirt probably, or mega squirt. I'm not sure. Here's the bullet racing cam. I'm not sure if they're still in business. Nice bullet racing cam. So if you guys need a cam for Chevette, they make it. This is a, what is that? That is a 290 cam, so should give it some nice power up to about 7,000 RPMs, I think. Got a couple T5 trannies. That one's from an S10. A couple Bellhausens for the trannies. V6, and they also fit 4 cylinders, 60 degree V6, 4 cylinder. I got a rare Astrovan 2.5 5-speed. I'm not 2.5, rather V8 V6 5-speed Bellhausen. Where the hell is it at? This one is for 4 cylinder. That's a V6 one. I have a rare one somewhere around here. Anyway, that's a Chevette transmission. They're really hard to come by, almost impossible to come by. There's a nice aluminum racing lightweight flywheel for the LD9. That actually also fits the Chevette. You just have to bore out the holes a little bit, which I'm going to be doing to put on one of the Chevettes. Couple. There's a. Actually, that's the Astrovan V8 Bellhausen. If I eventually make my Astrovan V8, just bolt that to the stock T5 in there, and I can use that. There's the S10 4x4 oil pan for the actually for this one, the 3400 V6 4L60E 60-degree transmission. What I'm going to use is this one, which is a 700R4 old school. Mechanical speedometer, cable operated one. This way I don't have to do any electronics. But I'm also going to wire up a 4L60E, so I'm going to be making kits. So I have 22 Chevettes. So if I want to make one V6, I'll be able to just take and drop it in, bolt in, and go. The computer's going to be tuned because I drive to work to my warehouse every day. About 28 miles round trip. So I'll be able to tune it on the way. So that pretty much sums it up what I have. I actually have a pretty rare, well, not rare, but I have a Chevette Header also. Let's see, that I had made. There's the Astrovan. Look at it. It's a sweet van. There you go. Astrovan. I had put dual exhaust on one of the Chevettes. sounded sweet. That header with a 3-inch pipe. Let's see. This is my baby. It's the one I drive, not daily, but sweet. But vintage, old school Opal type mirrors. This one's 4-cylinder, 4-speed original. All original, 100% original. I'm going to be doing 0 to 60 runs in this one. I know how fast they are. They're slow as hell, but they're fun. Old school mirror. I'm trying to do this one with the old school look, like back in the day when I was growing up. Well, the ways I want to do my Chevettes when I grew up, but I just didn't have the money. These are 15-inch wheels. Completely stock, 100% original. Just has those Opal, I think they're Cadet GTE mirrors. They're copies. They came from Thailand. The rims are 15 by 7s, 25 plus 25 offset, 4 by 100s. They look pretty good. This is a sweet car. I gotta buff it out. I'm gonna eventually paint it. Lots of parts, lots of Chevettes. This one was a black 5-speed. I already dropped the engine in 2.8 just to drop it, and I still gotta do some work to it. This one's 2.8 5-speed. This little green one's the one that I got that car for in the back. This was a nice car, 40,000 mile car. I have a bunch of them. I probably have 10 low mileage cars, like 40, 50,000 miles. This one, I'm going to replace the quarter panel. I have a bunch of feathers, hoods. That one fell off my damn rollback. Really pissed me off because it was a beautiful car, all original. 4-cylinder. Look at the interior. It's got a plate interior. Automatic. There you go, 45,000 miles. And that's original, 45,000 original miles. I pulled the column apart because I needed pieces for one of the other ones, but I got a bunch of columns. This one I've been using as a test bed for the LD9 and the Quad 4, because you have to cut the cross member to get the LD9 in there, to drop it far enough where you can close the hood. So once I perfect it and make brackets, it's going to be a drop-in where you don't have to do any welding. Drop-in kit. Only thing you got to do is cut the cross member, weld the cross member, which is not a big deal. This was a sweet one. I tried that for a while. The head gasket went bad. Put a head gasket. Justin Kramer's 23 horsepower at the rear wheel Chevette. He thought it was a 1.4. It's actually a 1.6. At 1.6. It was original. It was an original turbo 200 car. Somebody swapped in a 180, which is fine. It's got 411 gears from the factory. They're kind of hard to come by too. What's kind of pathetic is that it only made 23 horsepower to rear wheels. But he's got another red one. I think his girlfriend has one. And he redid it, and he got 48 horsepower at the rear wheels, which is doubling the horsepower. So it's kind of pathetic that a 1.6 only put out 23 horsepower at the rear wheels, but I think I can definitely improve on that. These cars, they use them for dirt track racing and a bunch of stuff. They have their own series, or they had their own series. They're getting about 100 horsepower at least out of them. You figure 98 cubic inches at 1 horsepower per cubic inch, give or take, you got 90, you got 100 horsepower. And they've done pretty well. So, what else? This is a 78. You can tell by the grill. 78s have that egg crate grill, which I don't like. But this is a 1.6 automatic. This one has a 180 tranny from the factory, because 76 and 77 are the only ones that had turbo, had the 200 transmissions besides the diesels later on. That's a sweet little car. That was redone at one point. I bought this because the guy screwed up the steering column, but I think it needs a cam. It's backfiring out the carburetor. And I redid everything, but I think it needs a cam. I got a cam for it. Just gotta put it in. Here's the same, like, little other yellow Chevette Squirt. This one's got, the guy actually thought it had a 1.4, but you tell by the VIN number. The VIN number tells you everything. Tells you what engine it has. This is actually 1.6, 411 gears with a 200 tranny. And let me tell you, this thing flies. So I think this one's putting out the 48 horsepower like Justin's girlfriend's red car. Because this thing moves. I mean, it'll actually smoke up the tires and all. Automatic. Turbo 200. The later model ones, they don't really have much horsepower. There you go. Jet black interior, vinyl, not bad. They all get floorboard rust. The only one I got, I think I had a couple without rust, but it's not a big deal. I can fix the rest of the bodywork and paint. This one's got a Weber 3236 carb. This was my daily driver. Was my daily driver, T1000. That's a standalone wire harness that I made for the LD9 engine. There's also a V6 computer right there, ECU, or ECM rather. That's for 3100 and 3400 engines. Keep them fuel injection. I'll finish up. Let me see if I can show you Luigi. Luigi is another. Everybody thinks they have. I still have not found a 1.4 car. People think they're 1.4. They're 1.6s. Because this sticker right here. Let's see. This sticker right here says 1.4 and 1.6. But if you look at the VIN number says everything. When it came from the factory. I mean, don't get me wrong. One of these may have a 1.4, but according to the VIN number tells you everything. Let's see. If you look at the VIN number, I forgot what digit it is, but I think it's the I. Tells you that it's a 1.6 liter. That's a nice little car too. Again, 1.6, 4-cylinder automatic, and a majority of them have 411 gears. The only one and the other ones have 336s and 362s. The red one's got 5-speed. No, the red one's 4-speed rather. I got 2 5-speeds around here somewhere. 2 5-speed cars. A black and silver one that's got the engine swap. That was a 5-speed car. The rest of them have a bunch of automatics and 4 speeds. Let's see what else. The green one was a that was a 370 rear. I thought it was a 411. It's actually 79. It's got 370s in it. And this was a high output engine. They had the high output engine. Yeah, it had a turbo 200 tranny. So I'm surprised about that. I thought they only came in the older ones, but there's 1.6. So there'll be some more videos, guys. Got a bunch of crap all over the place. I'll take some videos of my CTSV, not CTSV rather, GTO twin turbo, my Corvette Z06 when I get back to my house. I just picked up a Silverado SS2. That's for sale. So this is sweet. This has a 5.0 high output. I'm wrapping up the fan install, cooling fan install, electric fan install. When I bought this, it had a supercharger on it. I took it off, sold it because I'm probably eventually going to do a turbo. Didn't have the intake manifold, none of the other accessories. I did a 3G alternator. I'm going to put a nice cam in it. I did nice exhaust system in it. Let me see. I'll start this up. It's a sweet car. This will be my driver. I'm a dealer, so I can drive it. I put my tag on and go. Well, I guess I'm not driving this one. Battery's dead. Alright, put that on charge. It's got a beautiful interior. This is a sweet car. I mean, it's really nice. Not a spot of rust. When I did the exhaust, I did it. You really can't. I did the exhaust. I want a sleeper look. It's really dusty in the garage. That's why it gets so damn. All the cars are dusty. It's my CTSV. It's got LS6. What I do in all my cars is I build up the rear first before I do anything. There's nothing special. Stock 2005 CTSV, 110,000 miles. This is the third one I've had. I did, what did I do? I did 12.2. That was my best time. Stock, completely stock, 100% stock. Drag radials, gutted cats. All I did was I made my own homemade brace for the rear. It's got upgraded axles, and I started blowing up. A lot of people put 8.8s. They're expensive. I like to build my own stuff. I made a cage out of steel to cradle the rear, like my Corvette has. And I got this rear. This rear came out of a because the rear whines a little bit, but it's not bad. It hasn't blown yet. This rear came out of a Cadillac SUV. I forgot the name, whatever the hell they're called. Anyway, this is a direct bolt, and all you gotta do is change the front flange to the CTSV model, and that's got 390 gears, I think it was. Yeah, so that's gonna be sweet. Yeah, 391s. That'll give me a better takeoff. Okay, that's it. I mean, I did 12.2 stock, just built rear with drag radials. That's pretty damn good for a stock 2005 LS6 CTSV. No mods at all except for gutted cats. So, and there's no, I got airbags in the back. I have drag springs. And that's about it. So first thing I do when I get a car is I build up the rear suspension so I can put down the power that I have, and then I work my way up. A lot of guys do it the opposite way, where they put more power than the car can handle, and then you know, they wheel hop and they destroy the rear, or they make excuses. If you're not hooking with the power that you have, then you're just wasting time. If you're spinning, you ain't winning. That's the whole thing. This thing dead hooks from the start. I think I got a 1.6 60-foot, which is amazing considering, you know, what it is. So it's pretty impressive. I did a 12.2. It's been a couple years since I had it at the track because I've been screwing around with other cars. But I'll take it back. I'll show you guys the videos. Alright, second video. If you like my channel, subscribe. Any comments, I'll be glad to read them and respond to them when I have time. And I'll be making some more videos of the rest of my toys. So, have a good one, guys. Bye.